Okay, and now for the moment we've all been waiting for. First of all, you're going to put your seat back on. I put the side cover on. It's very, very basic. Just goes on those two pins. Push it up, push that pin up, and the seat. You line up the two hooks between those two washers. Push it down. All there is to it. You remember to tighten them up. This bike vibrates a lot, so you know every month or so when you're riding it, you want to get your trusty crescent wrenches out and go and just check and make sure, especially on the engine mounts and some of the transmission parts, all accessible. Just want to make sure that they're nice and tight because it does vibrate a lot. Although it feels pretty comfortable because it's the isoplastic suspension on the engine. Okay, so we're going to start it. It's been cold for Louisiana, but it hasn't been run. So we're going to turn the ignition switch on. We turn the fuel cock on just on the left-hand side. The right-hand side stays off for the reserve. We primed the carburetor, tickled it. It's full. Come over to this side. Tickled it. It's full. Okay, we've got the kickstart. We want to give the accelerator a couple of little cracks like that. About quarter cracks, and then leave it off. Put your foot on the kickstart, and you want to push it down while you're sitting and just feel it. You're going to feel some resistance, and then at one point you're going to feel it stop resisting, and then you bring it back up. So that's telling me we're just below top dead center coming over. You want to get it over that to get it the first crack. Okay, so we've got it up at the top. You're going to stand up. You're on the center stand. I strongly advise you to learn to start off only starting the bike on the center stand. So you're standing up. Whoop. So we're going to do the same thing. Feel it, hesitate, bring it back up. Make sure we turn the ignition on. We did. We've got fuel. The bike is cold. Push it down one thing. So that was 4 out of my bike that hasn't started in 3 weeks. You want to keep your hand on the accelerator and keep it to the gas until it starts to get warm enough that it can idle. I want you to notice we're in a garage, doors closed. You have no smoke. This bike runs very clean. You have no exhaust pipe leaks. You will have probably a little burn off because I'm going to rub the exhaust pipe with a WD-40 so that there's no possibility if it's outside or whatever on the way up, it'll have a nice protective coating on it. So, I mean, you can hear it's just running beautifully. Now, I'll let it go. And there's the idle. I always set this bike to idle a little bit high so that when you're at a light, it doesn't stall. But occasionally it will, especially if you're not paying attention. The clutch on the left-hand side, you want to keep adjusted. Because if it's too tight, you'll stall it, you won't let enough out and you'll stall it. If it's too loose, the clutch will start to slip when you're in high gear and you're accelerating hard. From 60 to 80, you'll feel it start to slip. That means your clutch needs adjustment. Alright, so let's assume that it stalls at a light. That's the horn. Assume that it stalls at a light. Now, what you'll ultimately learn how to do, I'm going to push it off of the stand. Now we're sitting at a light, you've got cars behind you, you're nervous, it's stalled. First thing you want to remember to do is make sure that your float bowls have fuel. Because if it's stalled, the chances are that your float bowls will be a little dry. So you want to plunge those, don't worry about everybody honking behind you. You can either push it off to the side. You can put the side stand down, but I don't recommend starting the bike very much on the side stand because it's a temporary stand, and if you start it and stand up and jump on it, it's going to start to bend that stand. what you ultimately will need to learn how to do is to lean the bike pretty far to the left. Put your hand on the brake, and then you want to do that same thing where you're pushing down just a little bit. Feel the thing, the starter, the kickstart go. See? That's the compression. So I didn't get quite down far enough. You want to get it down a little bit farther. Start it when it's on its wheel. That's the thing you have to learn how to do. Otherwise, the alternative is that you can put your side stand, and that you can put down while you're sitting on the bike, and then you get a good kick. But as I said, the side stand isn't the sturdiest. The side stand to put down when you're going up to the hammer, the stand, or whatever. That's it. Pop in gear, let the clutch out, ride out of the safe. Have fun. Oh, I thought I was going to have that nice dramatic ending. There is one other thing you should see. I don't know if I'm in the picture. Let's assume I am. When you get off the bike, if you don't use the side stand, this bike weighs not quite 500 pounds. It's not a lightweight. The center stand, you'll see it pushing up. You'll see it, the side of it next to the exhaust pipe. You want to put your foot on it, put your hand under the seat, hand on the handlebar for guidance. You don't pull up on the handlebar. And then you want to stand on the center stand while you're pulling up. And it works as a fulcrum, puts the bike up. That's how you want to leave the bike. The center stand is just for temporary. While I was doing that, there was one other thing I was going to mention to you. I can't remember what it was now. So you can call me, enjoy the bike, and we're just waiting to get it shipped down here. Okay, bye-bye.